Hear me, defenders of the crown. The power of kings goes with you, and with power comes a duty to your kingdom. Your body is a vessel for the blessings of the Stone of Lucis. Your blade, a ray of hope cleaving a path for the future king. But let it be known, your transgressions have not been forgotten. Once the true king awakens, and the light is restored to this world, only then shall you be forgiven and set free from the burdens you bear.
Rise and shine. You're probably wondering what you're doing here. No clue? Don't sweat it. You escaped with something more precious than your memories. Your life. First of all, you're a glaive, just like me. The king lends us his power, and we fight to protect him. Well, fought. The king himself's long gone. His power remains, though, so we gotta put it to good use. See that up ahead? That's the last bastion of mankind. And it's the Kingsglaive's job to keep her safe from harm. Better enjoy the sunshine while it lasts. It'll be gone before you know it. Only other light left in this world is the kind we make ourselves. And as you may or may not remember, we play a big role in that process. Let's hope that jogged your memory. All of Lestalin's counting on us, Glaives.
Demons ahead! Get ready!
Great. Another bump in the road. You and me'll smooth it out. Let's move!
You are a capable combatant. Everyone here in Lestalin is counting on you to keep them safe.
Here you go.
I can't thank you enough.
Relax. You can rest easy now, although you might want to thank the guy who brought you here. Anyway, I'd better get a move on. Wouldn't want to face the wrath of Kor the Impatient. Oh, and here's something for the road. I don't even get a thanks, Libidus? Or did you forget my name? Huh, guess you still got a lot to remember.
I'd say they got your good side, wouldn't you? Glad you like it. I'll make sure to give the cameraman a raise. Oh, right. I suppose I ought to introduce myself. Viv Dordan, President and CEO of Meteor Publishing, Incorporated. You see, that shot of you made quite a splash among the locals, so I was hoping you might let us take some more. Our resident cameraman will just follow you around and snap some shots. But don't worry, he won't get in your way.
So you're the glaive everyone's been talking about. Pleasure. Name's Jean. I work for Exonerus. We take the meteor shards that glaives like you collect and turn them into electricity. Pretty cool, right? All we need is enough light to drive away the demons. If you've got any bright ideas about where to send power next, feel free to share.
Hey, you're a member of the Kingsglaive, right? I don't mean to bother you out of the blue, but would you be interested in buying some used clothes? It's for a good cause. I mean, they're not all used. I actually sewed some of them myself. Anyway, have a look if you got a second.
Say, ain't you one of them's on Reggie's security detail? You didn't help him much, but maybe you can do something for me now that conflab power's back. You see that baby over there? I was using her to remodel weapons for a spell, but she ain't getting much love nowadays. Do me a favor and put the old girl to work.
Damn. Must have been a lot of work hauling that thing all the way back here. Good job, Glaive. Now, my only question is, where the hell are we gonna put it? Oh, what about the basement of the LaVille? Yeah, I bet the king could rest in peace down there. Speaking of rest, you must be beat. It's written all over your face. Maybe you ought to call it a night, too.
Sword of Lucis, you have liberated my soul. Well, I cannot lift the cross that you bear. I can offer my protection and help shoulder that burden.
Man, I thought that kid was just pretending to be some kind of know-it-all. But he's actually pretty sharp.
Must be if he made it out of the Crown City in one piece. Wouldn't be surprised if he's smarter than you.
Hey, Glaive! Get a load of this. Turns out this kid is a walking encyclopedia. He knows everything.
Well, not everything. Just mainly what's written in my grandpa's notebook. He took down nuts about all kinds of things, like that funny-looking island floating off the coast of Golden Key. There's a lot of mysteries surrounding that place, but most of them are unsolved since the island is technically off-limits.
Have you met Talcott yet? He's the sweetest kid you'll ever meet, and the hunters all love him. They've even started calling him the tiny tipster since he knows a little something about practically everything. He's really come into his own.
Oh, hello, ma'am. Sir. Glaive. Sorry. Can you tell I'm new at this? They assigned me to sentry duty, me and only me. If anything happens, who am I supposed to tell? Actually, there have been some unsettling quakes, and I want to go let my boss know. Keep watching till I get back.
The heck was that?
Nowhere safe anymore. You're here to help, aren't you? Then get ready, 'cause here they come. Then again, I'd be pretty disappointed if the Kingsglaive couldn't take down a few measly demons. Especially with all that royal power at your disposal. At any rate, I doubt we've seen the last of them. So keep your eyes peeled and your arms at the ready.
Reggie had a boy, you know. Slack-jawed sloucher. Went by the name of Noctis. You ever run into him? That is to say, before he went missing? Pickiest son of a gun this side of the Sigillin. And it ain't just food. That boy wanted all his weapons custom-made. So I go to the trouble of setting up shop for him, and I don't get a word of thanks. Reggie done spoiled that boy rotten.
Things are finally starting to brighten up around here. Suppose I ought to go pay Eurus a visit now that I'm back in town.
So, I heard you took my big brother down a peg. I'm not mad, by the way. I'm glad. Someone's got to keep his ego in check. And he's not taking his loss lightly. You didn't hear this from me, but he's already training to get his revenge. Good luck.
Have you made it out to Leeds since you settled in here? I know a fella's gone out that way not too long ago. Went all the way to Golden Key just to do some fishing. Said something about getting his nutrition. Goes by the name of Ignis. He ain't seeing too well these days, so give him a holler and lend him a hand if you see him around, you hear?
Is it me, or has Lestalem turned into Litstalem?
Still no news of Prince Noctis's whereabouts. A couple of us hunters teamed up with some folks from the Crown's Guard and searched high and low for him. And just when we thought we were on a roll, they put the kibosh on our investigation. I'd say that's about the time his retainers left town, too.
Reggie ain't with us no more, but it sounds like y'all still got the power he lent you. Guess he's looking out for y'all even from beyond the grave.
Sounds like the town is back to its bustling former self.
Most people don't know this, but the Cosmogony isn't the only collection of old records out there. Ignis told me that. He's really smart, like Grandpa. I bet there's a lot more he could teach me.
Glad he's not the only fighter in the family, you know? If only the Marshal would let me prove it. He says the demons are too dangerous, but they're nothing I haven't handled before.
It's all that black-haired witch's fault. She's the one who told the Marshal and everyone to call it off. I was there. I saw her do it with my own eyes.
My child. Darkness threatens to plunge this world into night eternal. But hope is not yet lost. So long as the chosen king still lives. Go to him, child of Lucis. The glaive must now protect its king.
A few of the other glaives have shared some really strange stories with me lately. They told me they get these sudden headaches a few times a day, and whenever they do, an image of Angelgard pops into their heads. And then the royal family's lost ship was suddenly found offshore. I get a feeling something funny is happening on the island.
Well, well, fancy meeting a glaive all the way down here. Name's Wescombe Armor. I've been taking care of the refugees from overseas. Just sailed over myself, as it were. Guiding the ships here is no easy feat, though. Not without power, at least. Turns out my flashlight doesn't shine quite as far as one would hope. I hate to trouble you apropos of nothing, but those folks will be in even more trouble if we don't brighten up the lighthouse soon.
How many times I gotta learn your stubborn ass? People need this baby up and running, and that's that.
All these years and you haven't changed a bit, Mr. Hammerproof Thick Skull. What people need is a safe place to stay, not that power-devouring contraption taking up space and electricity. We ought to be prioritizing these refugees' basic needs: food, clothing, and shelter. How does that hunk of junk help them get by?
This hunk of junk can help keep folks on the front lines. Not like you know anything about that. It won't give them food, but it'll give them a fighting chance out there.
A lot of folks assume I'm a native Altian, but the truth is, I was born in Kikatrick. I set sail 30 years ago and never looked back. Frankly, I'm lucky I made it there alive. What with Regis's shoddy steering, I was scared stiff. This harbor once belonged to the royal family. Regis may no longer be with us, but if he were, I'm sure he'd be pleased to know this place is serving a good purpose.
Remember how I had that theory about the island? Well, my friend Ignis helped me look into it. So, after the War of the Astrals, the thunder god Ramu flew to Angelgard and fell into a deep sleep. Actually, the cosmogony goes into detail about what all the gods did after the war. All but one of them, that is. The fire god, Ifrit. Ignis helped me find a few other old documents, though, and according to those, the pyre burner's body is buried in the Rock of Ravito. I'm so glad I had my smartphone with me when I escaped from the Crown City. It lets me keep in touch with Dino and all my other friends. He used to work for a company in Lestalem. Apparently he was this amazing reporter, writing for all kinds of newspapers and magazines. Now he's using all the connections he made back in the day to put people in touch with each other and warn them about dangerous activity. He told me, "The key's the place to be, Bambino." But I don't know. Dino might be able to handle it, but it sounds too scary for a kid like me.
Feels like I haven't seen you guys in forever.
When was the last time the three of us were together? When we spoke with Gentiana?
Yeah, sounds like I just missed you guys every time I came to town.
Well, before I only stopped by to pick up something. This time I'm here to pick up someone.
Wait, so am I. Does that mean?
We're after the same person.
Guess the glaive has really made a name for themselves. If they're willing to help us train, we might as well take them up on the offer.
Right? Why go in search of training when we can let the training come to us?
Do you remember me talking about King Regis's ship? The one that group of hunters found off the coast of Golden Key? Well, I got another call from my friend Dino, and he told me that the Kingsglaive has successfully recovered the boat and it's tied up at the dock. They're probably about to start their investigation as we speak. I hope they find something that helps us figure out where Prince Noctis is.
Well, look who it is. You've really made a name for yourself. This baby's also pretty famous. Former vessel of King Regis and his son. The prince and his pals are afloat away. But we hauled her in and fixed her up. Hey, see that island up ahead? That's the Umbrella Isle of Angelgard. Maybe you've seen it before. A couple of my glaives told me it appeared to them in some kind of daydream. Said it came on all of a sudden, too. They say the island's got a strong connection with the line of Lucis. Now, I ain't one to put much stock in superstition. Think about it for a sec. First, these visions. And now His Majesty's ship. Maybe I'm going out on a limb. But if I didn't know any better, I'd say this is some kind of summons.
Answer me, O Glaive. Will you live as a loyalist or die as a traitor? The hour of reckoning is come. And now by the Blade Keeper's hand shall your fate be decided. Your power has been proven. Let it thus be decreed. On this day, in the name of the King of Lucis, I hereby grant you absolution for your sins. Go forth, O Glaive, with honor restored, and ascend to the greatness you so rightfully earned.
They set foot on sacred ground. It was here where the Oracle once forged a covenant with the Storm Sender. And it is here where the Chosen King shall receive the revelation of the Blade Keeper. Yet he cannot awaken the power slumbering within his breast while darkness blight threatens this purest of places. It thus falls to the sword to smite the scourge and safeguard the light.
Fighting
miracle can heal, if the plague can be removed, and the darkness overcome, then I'll carry on too. Must I live to sacrifice? Must I die to make things right? Do I dare believing hope when surrounded by night? Into the darkness we will fly, soaring above the earth, praying this world will survive, fighting and striving for the light, living life knowing that we must die, loving until the end, choosing hope when all hope has seemed lost, and believing in the strength of our friends. We fought even the fiercest of foes, strong against all the odds, given our hope when friends needed us more, without ever counting the cost. I chose hope when all hope had seemed lost, and I believed in the strength of my friends.
The light waxes full. Go forth to the kingdom where the usurper awaits. Reclaim the throne and fulfill the calling of the true king.
Umbra.
Be waiting in Hammerhead.
Your Highness, I'm glad you're okay.
You did all this for me.
All this for the King of Kings. Let not their sacrifices go in vain. He must make haste for the seat of the stone and ascend as its rightful heir. Our paths shall cross again.
Thanks. I hope they do.
Those glaives gave their lives for us. If it weren't for them, we might not even be standing here right now.
I know. I just wish I could have thanked them. Even in the face of darkness, they fought for the light.
They didn't just fight for the light. They fought to keep Hope alive. If you really want to thank them, then you need to become that hope.
And to that end, we pledge to you our total support. As the glaives before us fought to defend their king, so shall we.
Thanks. we've got a long road ahead of us. Better get ready.
Ifrit the Infernal. He doesn't share the Glacian's fondness for mankind. But you can expect a war. Well, I'll leave you to it. Have fun, and try not to die this time. The power of kings is a wondrous thing indeed. To think a lowly knave could harness this strength and bring even a god to his knees. Oh, I can only imagine how it will perform in more capable hands. Speaking of which, I've a royal reception to prepare for. And I suppose you king's glaives have business of your own to attend to. I won't keep you then. Fare thee well.